polished rod journal compared with the main we haven't touched yet. I think it's gonna clean up pretty nice. It's my only concern here. You can kind of feel something with your fingernail there, but I can probably clean it up a bit. Don't want no leak in rear main seal. This is Cars Food Weed. This is how to build a 351 Windsor roller motor, part 1. So you probably just got your block back from the machine shop, unless you have a way to clean it up at home, or you didn't clean it. I paid a shop to clean this up and check it because I don't really have all the tools or the time to do that part myself. Machine work's getting expensive. Not a whole lot of people left doing it either. Go ahead, hose it down. Give all the surfaces a wipe. Probably use something better than these blue shop towels, but that's what I got. Take a bearing. Number 3 is the thrust bearing. Your tab goes in right there. So I just kind of blind did that one. Try and get them flush there, best you can. Right, now you want to grab your assembly lube. Got some extra good vintage shit. Probably gonna have to buy some more. I don't know that this will do everything, but use what you got. Definitely won't be enough for the cam install. Cam's not here yet anyways, so just have to add some more to the next order. Okay. Probably way too much, but rather have too much than not enough during this process. Yeah, once you're satisfied with how clean your crank is, go ahead and just set it in nice and easy. Like that. Now you got two options. You can throw in some plastic gauge and check the clearances, or you can just throw on all the main caps, see if it's tight and it turns. I got some plastic gauge left over from the last build, so we're going to try that. Alright, so we want to do this. Green plastic gauge. Grab it. I'm gonna pick this one. Do this without assembly lube. I want to wipe the main caps down too. Try to center that a little bit better. Put your main cap on, get your engine hammer, like so. Make sure it's fully seated. Yep. Bolts. Find your torque wrench. Mine's on the floor. You're gonna want 95 foot-pounds for these. Don't just do one at a time. You gotta try to get them both evenly. Jesus Christ. Okay. Holy shit. Hurt my back a little while ago. Sure, this isn't good for it, but this must be done. So now that you got that torqued down, plastic gauge should be squished down so you can take this off. Nice, metal go everywhere. Of course, you're gonna need this. In this case, the plastic gauge actually smushed into the bearing. I'll stick in a close-up picture here. We had .002 clearance, just within spec for what I'm doing. I'm satisfied with reading one bearing clearance. If you want to do more, be my guest. If I do more, I might die. So I just gotta run this the way it is. Time's running out for me, so. You can scrape the plastic gauge off the you can scrape it off with your fingernail. It shouldn't cause any problems. Then give it a little squirt. Forget assembly lube is your friend when you're building an engine. This stuff used to be green. It's taken on a nice bronze color with age. It's a fine assembly lube. Go. Do this again. Good. Probably should oil the main cap bolts before you put them in. Forgot to do that when I was doing the plastic gauge, but it's okay. Nothing bad happened. But something bad could happen to you if you don't do that. So don't say I didn't tell you to do that. World of building engines, if you fuck something up, you're on your own. Now this type of thing, that doesn't matter. It's fine. Just for some reason, whenever these bearings get shipped out, they haven't figured out a packaging system that can hold them all in place without them getting jingled around. Just being loose in the box. A little bit of that's not a huge deal. That's not going to cause any problems. If it was like a deep scratch you could feel with your fingernail, that might be some cause for concern. But it's an engine. Most of the time, it's going to be okay. Do your research and try not to fuck up. Jesus, my back hurts. Well, that's a dusty fucking bearing there. Sometimes they give you free dust with your parts. It's fine. Just wipe them off before you put them together. If you're not getting it all in one day, try to cover it with a trash bag or something to keep dust and whatnot from building up. This time of year, a lot of pollen blowing around, so don't know if that would really affect anything, but it doesn't hurt to cover it if you're not gonna be done or sealing it up that day. Good. You're going to want to torque the thrust bearing last. If you get this nice book called How to Build a Small Block Ford, it'll tell you all about it. Make sure the bolts thread in. Come on, be enough for the main caps at least. Okay, we're looking good on that side. Good enough. Oh. Last one, thrust bearing. It's the easiest one to put in by far. That. Right, get in there. Good. Find some oil to lube up these bolts. I think there's some on the back of the truck. All right, torque and crank. Middle, number 3 last, thrust bearing. gonna work for that. Find a better socket to do this. Go long tube for that one at least. Oh! Holy shit. I think it was two that I had. Towards not one. Prying this and tightening it all, huge pain. Gotta find the pry bar. Alright, you got the pry bar in there. Got your pry bar. Ooh, that's a hard job right there. I tell you what. Okay, we got our long tube for this stud here because I don't like using too short of a socket for this type of shit. There. Pry bar. Get it in place. Almost like need like 3 hands to do this shit, but Almost lost her. Switch back to the smaller one. You get the idea. It's going to be a huge pain. So, whatever you do, Jesus. Don't drop the pry bar and nick any of the journals. That would be a disaster. That you tort. Can do cool engine stuff. Don't let your hair get there. Seems pretty good so far. Do this. Not loose, which is a good sign.